Good evening, everyone. American flag stands for pride, sacrifice, opportunity, hope, strength, and freedom. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
To those fleeting moments that occur every day, may we appreciate them and experience them to the fullest.
And now I'd like to open the business meeting. And I'll start us off with our officer reports.
Just a little educational moment. Everyone is here to become a better speaker in some manner, and a great way to do that is get feedback.
And next, I'd like to call on our Vice President of Membership, Alex Roberti.
And it's our first meeting of April, and I'm excited because we have 2 new members to induct tonight.
Next, I will call on our Vice President of Public Relations, Nicole Roundtree.
My role for Vice President of Public Relations is marketing the club, our morale, and protecting our club brand.
I know we also have Patrick Intervichet.
Okay, so good evening. As treasurer, I do have a financial report for the club.
Thank you so much, Patrick. Are there any corrections to the minutes from last week's meeting minutes? If there are no corrections, then I would entertain a vote to approve those minutes. And now we still do have the motion on the table to close the business meeting. All in favor of closing the business meeting, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. The business meeting is now closed. I'd like to welcome to the stage our Toastmaster of the evening, Ethan Steffens.
Thank you, Diana. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. If you didn't catch it, my name is Ethan Steffens, and I will be the Toastmaster of the evening. The theme I chose for today's meeting was fleeting moments. It's really just about, it's these things that happen so often that you're just essentially going through the motions. But I think you can gain a lot of experiences, gain a lot of happiness and enjoyment from these experiences. Please now welcome the grammarian for the day.
The word of the day, I can't see, is gregarious. I was drawn to that word for some reason. It means fond of company, which I am not fond of company, but it's still a good word. Use it as much as you can.
Now on to table topics. For table topics, we have Robin Hill.
Hello, everyone. So tell us one of your not-so-positive fleeting moments.
It definitely started off not positive.
What's your most bizarre fleeting moment that you can remember?
The most bizarre fleeting moment I actually experienced was about 2 weeks ago.
Romantic fleeting moments. I'm sure we've all had, whether it's a blind date or just dating or thinking about maybe dating, there may be a fleeting moment in there. So please tell us all about one romantic fleeting moment in your life.
When I was stationed in London, this is back in 1979, stationed in London for 5 years.
Is it possible to capture those fleeting moments of perfect happiness? And if it is so, how do you do that? Marvin.
Thank you for that question, Table Topics Master. Toastmasters, guest, that fleeting moment that you want to remember.
The name of this one is The Balloons. Each Labor Day weekend during the 1960s, our gregarious gang of Buffalo couples would reserve a campsite for the weekend at Letchworth State Park.
First, I must issue a disclaimer. I am not a registered financial analyst. I do not have a Series 7 license with the Securities and Exchange Commission. I'm allowed to give financial advice, but I'm not allowed to accept any compensation except applause.
And in our increasingly impersonal workplace that just doesn't have these kinds of connections, I've been lucky to have people who looked out for me over the years. And in particular, I've had one who really raised my stress levels a lot. And he did a great job of making me into a better engineer.
Please, everyone, welcome Nicole Roundtree.
My role as general evaluator is to evaluate everything that I see here, but I'm letting them know areas of opportunity where we can improve. So before I get started with that, I want to call on our evaluators to evaluate our speakers. So our first speech of the night was from Constance Batty, and she will be evaluated by Patrick Introvicic. Patrick?
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, guests, and Dr. Batty. Wonderful speeches you gave tonight. You gave us two stories here, one speaking more about nostalgia, and then also some with some musings at the end.
All right, so our next speaker was Rico Martino, and he will be evaluated by Russ Laudry.
Rito Martino and your speech, Investing 101. And I was real impressed by the way you handled the speech. You had a good starting. You had a body that you explained what you was doing, and you carried it out very well.
Next, our last speaker was Jason. He will be evaluated by Daniel Graycheck. Daniel, take it away.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. And Jason, so let's go on his speech. He was wanting to know in the notes that he sent me by email about pace and speed. And he was concerned a little bit that he was a little bit too fast, and that was not a problem. And then also the use of notes.
Thank you so very much, Daniel, for that feedback. If everyone would take this opportunity now to give feedback to our evaluators as well as vote for the best evaluator. I would like to call on the Oz counter first.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and most welcome guests. So Diana, 2 awes, 1 like, and 2 so's. Ethan, you had 4 awes, 2 you knows, 1 double clutch, 2 likes, 6 so's. Robin, you had 5 awes, 1 double clutch, and 4 so's.
I did our Oz counter. Next will be the grammarian. Greg Mathis, you know I love you.
People used gregarious. Ethan used it twice. Jane twice. Marvin once. Greg used it once.
All right, next. We have our timer. Marvin Shepard.
Okay. My job tonight was to time all the events and all the speeches and the table topics.
To now give the most important information of the night, which is the evaluation. Everything went well. As far as my evaluation tonight, everybody did a good job. Keep building upon what we already have, which is a solid foundation, and keep up the good work. Thank you.
We have the best table topic. Marvin Shepard. Next we have best evaluator. Patrick Introvicic. And now for the speaker awards. Most improved, Constance Batty. And now the best speaker, Jason Titleman. And now at this point, I would like to pass it back to Diana Drisky, our president.
And at this point, then, I would open it up to anyone else that has any other announcements that they would like to make. And then otherwise, post Toasties, is everyone doing Angelo's? Is that the plan now? Everyone wants to go to Angelo's. Okay, so that's the post Toasties location, in case you didn't know. And on that note, I would entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting. Okay, I have a motion. Do I have a second? All right. We have a motion and a second to adjourn the meeting. All in favor of adjourning the meeting, please say aye. All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. The meeting is now adjourned. Thank you.